There's a baby dead up on the road. The baby showed no signs of life. It was not breathing. And I've got this baby in front of me, and I'm thinking, I've lost my father, but here's my chance to have an infant, to give this child a new life.
Lockie loses a patient.
That's just the worst thing ever.
Where the did she just go?
That friend just went up for it really far out of his...
Yeah, man, sorry, is there a swimmer out the back? It's a girl, and I don't think she can do it.
Lockie's hope is that he will somehow find her out the back, still afloat.
She was out past the break. The wind was so strong, it makes it really hard with the big boards. It like sails, it just catches it. Yeah, she wasn't in a good spot. When I was out there, she was hanging on to someone else's board. She's fully gassed when I get to her. She's actually quite white. You know, that's when your panic sets in.
Exhausted from the rough conditions, the woman can barely hold on.
And she's so weak, she slips off.
Where the did she just go?
That's just the worst thing ever. Where's she gone? Like, I've lost her here.
The woman makes a final attempt to stay alive. Martina is far from okay.
I just didn't feel clouds of it.
Water on the lungs can cause secondary drowning, even hours after the actual event.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm one of the lifeguards.
This particular day, I was the buggy driver for the crew. Right on pack up, I noticed a surfer that was in trouble. She was starting to shiver and get cold.
Have you been drinking? Only 4 beers. Okay, so it's not a lot. Okay, but I went for a swim like right after I surfed, you know? Yeah, yeah. And I couldn't get in. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty dangerous. Yeah, I was so scared. Yeah.
She'd been running, surfing, swimming and walking all day and then downed 4 beers and went and jumped in the ocean right on the southerly change. It was kind of a cocktail for a small disaster.
Okay, so you're probably dehydrated and you're going into shock. Now you just got to make sure you don't get cold.
There was nothing of her, so if she continued to stay in this weather, she was going to turn hypothermic.
I just want
I've got a young girl in her early 20s. I'd say she's got early hypothermia. Now I think she's just worked herself up into a state of like hysteria. It's incredibly dangerous and it can be fatal if it's left untreated.
Police arrive, with paramedics close behind.
Martina. Yeah. You awake? Yeah. I went for a bit of a swim, did you? Yeah. Did you swallow any water?
I'm not sure.
Okay. A little bit anxious at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just need to try and control it.
An intensive care paramedic quickly establishes what the problem is.
35.9, okay? So your temperature inside your body, a little bit cold, all right? Okay.
Martina is moved off the cold floor.
Come in. Get up. Open eyes. Bang it in. I'm going to sit over.
Paramedics recommend Martina should go to hospital, but when she refuses, they settle on a final checkup in the ambulance.
I picked him up and he was just a dead weight. He was just floppy, his legs weren't doing anything.
Mid-afternoon, and rough surf is making it difficult for lifeguards to track swimmers bobbing between waves.
Just a reminder, guys, this is not a swimming area. I was patrolling the south corner and it was very strong rips that day, I remember, and the girls ran up to me and told me that a brother was in trouble.
My brother goes down
Where? Kind of just pointed out to the ocean, and I couldn't really even see him.
Despite the confusion, Yatesy follows the woman.
The Can-Am's on the way down to help you. Right in the south corner? Yeah, right in the south corner.
Lifeguards can see trouble in Backpackers Rip, but the situation remains unclear.
I went down there with Chapo quickly, and when we got there, Yatesy was in.
Gone at Central. Queen has simply gone into.
Actually got out to him quicker than I thought, because I was actually at this stage in the rig.
A man, the brother of the woman on the beach, clings to a surfboard. He's been rescued by Bondi's resident photographer, Eugene.
Well, if Eugene wasn't there, we would have been diving to get him.
By the time I got to him, we'd been sucked into this bank, and it was sucking up sort of over the top of us, and that guy was in big trouble.
The man is on the verge of losing consciousness.
I picked him up, and he was just a dead weight. He was just floppy, his legs weren't doing anything.
It will be close to impossible for Yatesy to get a dead weight swimmer to shore in the crashing surf.
Someone doesn't look that good, eh, Harries?
This guy could hardly hold on to Eugene's board, let alone get up on the board.
Yatesy gets to a sandbank where he can lift the man onto the board.
He looks like he's still drowning.
So I've got this guy on the board. He's pretty much a dead weight. You know, as far as I could have known, he might have stopped breathing on the way in. He was that bad.
Pradeep is on holiday from Nepal. Barely conscious, he needs immediate medical attention. Lifeguard Quinn is a qualified paramedic.
When you saw his face in the end, he looked green. Those eyes, you know, like when you're close to death and your face changes and your eyes change, you know that he was absolutely on his last breath. Did you take on some water just then? If his condition deteriorates, then you know you'll definitely need a trip to hospital. I'm just going to put this on you for a little bit, get your breath back. Because of the colour, the green in his face, you can tell that he's been without oxygen for a little while. So he's got a deficit there, and putting the oxygen on him was just to try and get him breathing properly again and get some circulation back for him. Bit of a tough little episode there. All right, you're in a lot of trouble there.
After 5 minutes of observation,
And he said he definitely has taken on a fair bit of water, so...
Quinn determines that Pradeep must go to hospispittal.
Did you swallow water? Okay.
It's the difference between inhaling and swallowing. The swallow goes into your stomach. If you inhale it, you only do that, it goes into your lungs, and that's where the problems are.
Pradeep remains at risk of further complications.
I just want to listen to your breathing now.
They've put the stethoscope on his lungs and probably heard water in his lungs, which is instant hospital. He must have been in a bad way for them to take him straight away.
We ready to go?
The Nepalese guy should buy a lottery ticket. It's very, very lucky, as close as you'll ever want to come to drowning.
A tiny baby. No breath, no pulse.
I've got this baby in front of me. Everything was that moment. It's an extremely busy day on the beach and we can't leave. We're trying to pack up, we're trying to do PA announcements, we're still trying to watch the water. And then I get this call across the railing, a guy screams out, he says, "Harries, there's a baby dead up on the road."
Hey boys, can someone back me up? There's a baby currently not breathing over here in the car park.
It's New Year's Day, we've given it absolute off, and that fatigue level is quite high. And you've got to be calm when someone calls out like that. And you've got to lift for the occasion.
I'm heading up behind the kids' playground, just like on those surf pods. I'll report in as soon as we get in, just run up the outside and...
Oh, beauty in that, we'll go.
Hey, hey, hey! Move!
Yeah, Harry's right away.
Harries has grabbed a defibrillator and oxygen kit.
When I'm running up, the guy says the baby's just been laying there for a fair while. So, you know, I'm just trying to stay calm at this stage. I'm just trying to take deep breaths. If it is a baby, this is the most important thing ever. Survival of life for a child surpasses anything I've ever done in my career.
Harrison backs up.
You know it's serious because there's bystanders in the park just pointing that way, that way.
Where we going?
You know, you're preparing for the worst.
And all of a sudden, I see this baby just on the road. The baby showed no signs of life. It was not breathing.
The baby has reportedly fallen on its head from a height, but it's unclear how. The patient is an 8-week-old boy.
At this stage, the baby is clinically dead.
His father can only watch on.
The father was literally on top of me, and to be a father and look up at him and to see water coming out of his eyes. You know, a dad to a dad. You just want to give it your all.
The baby's mother is unable to watch. Resuscitating a tiny baby presents major challenges.
We go to pull the defib out and I see a baby that is so small that it stops me instantly.
Lifeguards must urgently administer manual CPR.
I did have an obstacle that there was a head trauma and a hip trauma that I just had to get breaths into that baby. Generally, I would have picked the baby up and gone for it.
Lifeguards decide to ventilate the baby with a bag mask and oxygen.
Harries was in there to quickly adapt our oxy kit down to an infant size. We've only ever done that in training.
There's no time to think, it's just do. I knew that I had to get breaths back into that baby. All those rescues that I've done, nearly 6,000 rescues, over 70 resuscitations on these beaches of people that have been clinically dead. It comes down to this one moment. After the third breath of breathing that baby up, I started to see the rise and fall of the baby's chest. Oh my God, this is working, this is effective what I'm doing. Giving these rescue breaths to the baby, but it's not out of the woods, it still had a massive trauma.
2 critical minutes of care has brought the baby back to life when the paramedics arrive. Paramedics now need to get a cannula into the baby.
They needed to get a line into this baby, and one way they can get a straight line is actually going through using a drill and going into the bone marrow, into the shin, and so they can get administered drugs in there straight away. And watching all the paramedics, seeing how calm and the wealth of knowledge they have is incredible.
The baby still needs assistance to breathe. Lifeguards and paramedics hope for more signs of improvement.
The worst thing about with a baby is you want to hear them cry. You know, it's actually concerning when there's no noise. We still didn't have that baby responding at that stage.
After around the 8th, 9th breath, I hear the baby cry. To hear this baby scream was just the greatest moment ever.
It was a miracle, really. It was a New Year's Day miracle, you know.
It doesn't matter if you're a battle-hardened soldier. It's going to affect you. You've got to bring out your A game. It's going to test you to your core, and there's so much going through my mind. Of course, like my 2 boys, like my world. And then there's a lot more that affects me. That I lost my father like 6 months ago. And all of a sudden, like, I've got this baby, I've lost someone that's elderly, and I've got this baby in front of me. And I'm thinking, I've lost my father, but here's my chance to have an infant, to give this child a new life. Everything was that moment.
No pulse. Lungs full of water.
Get down there, man. Run! Run!
Clinically dead for minutes. The lifeguard's most desperate resuscitation. A distressed man runs to the tower. Something is happening between the flags.
Central jet ski, can you get in the middle of the flags? Got someone waving middle of the flags. Copy, mate.
See a big group of them, middle of the main set now. Quick, get there.
Do you want us to meet them on the shore?
Yeah, mate, you're gonna have to get there.
Chapo and Kalen are half a kilometre away at Southend.
Speak to us, Dano.
Yeah, middle of the main set. Blue jet ski, get there. Hard to tell yet, man, but I think they got someone on the back of the ski. Yeah, I think you can get near the DP base.
There's someone on with him. Head's on with him. There'll be a resus here. Stand by, Dano, we might need a DP.
We're gonna have to get the DP down there.
You turn around and grab that DP. That's all right. Oi! Oi! Someone to come up and get a DP. Oi! Hey, get him out of the water, get him out of the water. Get him out of the water, get him out of the water. Ready? And then we'll start compressions up here. Okay. Yeah, come on. Get a mask, get a mask. Yeah, we need a mask, mask. Okay, who's doing? I'm going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get down in. Get back, come on. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm just going to keep going until you get this ready. Just keep going. Okay. I'm just going until...
Try and get that,
Pulses as well. Ambo been called,
Let's get the defib. No, Mate, we need someone to come up and get a defib.
The defib is in the tower, but Deano can't leave the control post unmanned.
Let's quick start. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Really sussing him now. Wait. Head tilt, yep.
The defib is vital. Dunstan has no choice but to enlist a passing backpacker.
Oi, guys, can you do me a massive favour, man? Green shorts. Oi, man, you need to run this down. Oi, buddy. Do us a massive favour, man. You need to run that down to the other side of the flags. See that flag down there? Someone's just drowned. Get down there. I promise. Get down there, man. Run. Oi, run, man.
We need to get him up in the dry sand.
I'll come in the third round now. Where's that defib? We need it now.
He's now been clinically dead for 3 minutes.
21, 22. Keep going, Chapo. Someone give Chapo a break.
Yeah, I'll come in.
All right. Wait. Go. Right, let's go.
You need to get in the dry sand.
Oi, mate, can you... Hey, please. Get back, mate.
Yeah, but we're happy we've done this a lot of time.
Keep going, Maxi. Okay, two breaths, mate. 1. Just slow it down. Let's go. Pads on.
Just stop talking over top of each other. 5, 6, 7.
It's now 4 minutes since the man was first discovered. No one knows how long he was under the water before then.
Defib's on.
It's critical that no one touches the man's body while it is shocked.
I know you can't touch him. Don't touch him. You'll get electrocuted.
Check airway.
Someone need to go
breathing. If needed, begin CPR.
Okay,
Has he got a pulse? I've got a pulse. I have a pulse. I have a pulse.
He's responding.
Let's go. Let's breathe with him.
I've got a pulse. Breathe him up.
Breathe him up.
We've got a pulse.
I've got a good
Yeah, I know,
pulse.
we're going to breathe him up.
We've got pulse. Good work, boys.
He's all right, mate. We got him. We got him, mate.
Keep breathing him up. I've got a good pulse, Chapo.
Yeah, it's all right.
Continue.
His name is Ryan Kim, 26, a student from Korea.
You're right, mate.
Hey.
Stay.
It's okay, buddy.
You're right.
It's okay. I'd like to put him in recovery.
Get
the therapy mask.
Yeah.
Ryan still needs urgent medical care.
Hey, guys.
How you going, mate?
How long till he came to?
Probably about maybe 4 sets of CPR. 4 rounds, 5 maybe.
So there was CPR?
Yeah.
With water in his lungs, Ryan is still at risk of cardiac arrest and secondary drowning. First aid expert Jamie Twite holds a debrief session.
It's the first time I've seen this, so let's have a look.
Bring him up, boys! Hey, get him out of the water, get him out of the water. Get him out of the water, get him out of the water.
That guy is so blue. Obviously, no spinal precautions taken here, but listen, your priority, the guy's blue, he's not breathing, he's a drowning victim. You need to get him out the beach and start working on him. There's a lot of water coming out of him now. At this stage, I would have rolled him and tried to get some water out of him. Okay? Yeah, so here, right, we stop here. He's starting to breathe. He's starting to respond to that CPR.
As they fine-tune their skills, Hoppo arrives with a dead man walking.
He's still unconscious. He still doesn't have a gag reflex. Okay, so...
Welcome back.
Hey, you look a little bit different. Do you want to watch this from the start? Yes? Yeah? Okay. All right. Here you are.
Hey, get him out of the water, get him out of the water, get him out of the water. Ready? And then we'll start compressions up here. Okay. Yeah, come on. Get a mask. Yeah, we need a mask.
Oh my God, I was dead.
Yeah.
Now you're back.
There's no more dramatic story to take back home.
Do you remember what happened?
I swim in the sea.
Yeah.
Then big waves cover me. My body is turned over in the sea. So I drank too much sea. Salty water. I can swim, so I tried that. But and another
wave here.
Maybe 3 times. I give up. I fall in water.
Oh, above your head, yep.
Yeah, everything is so comfortable, and then I think, oh, it's die. Oh, I'm very scared, and then my memory is slowly shut down. First, I wake him up.
Yes.
I heard crap.
Oh, really? You remember?
Yeah. 항상 매일매일 이제 여러분들의 이제 도움을 잊지 않고 살고 싶어요. 네.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's good to see you smile. Thank you very much.
This is wine
for you. We love wine. Thank you very much.
You know, the fact that you brought someone back to life and I was able to contribute to that, you know, I feel really good. He's in his mid-20s, a life expectancy of another 60 years, you know, so, and he sees another beautiful day.
A swimmer pulled from the water, not breathing.
I've got to let go of him.
Don't touch, patient. Stay away.
We got notified up in the tower by a member of the public that there might have been someone in trouble in the flags.
A Bondi Rescue crew member confirms the sighting. Beardy and Mouse race from the tower, carrying the medikit and defibrillator.
Can I get an ambulance here ASAP where they've just dragged someone out of the water?
We need the ambulance, we need all the boys on scene to get this one, because this is a drowning.
him.
Water froths from his lungs and obstructs his airway.
I'm just going to give him a bit of a pump here. We need to establish an airway, and we do have a Goodell airway. Yeah, let's roll him. Our Goodell holds the patient's tongue down so they don't choke on their tongue, and it opens a clear airway for us to continue EAR on. He started draining, and I knew we had an airway. Get that defib on him.
Lifeguards attach the defibrillator. If the man's heart stops beating, he will be given an electric shock to restart his heart. If a shock is administered, anyone touching the patient will be electrocuted as well.
Stop CPR. Stop now. Do not touch the patient.
My guys, just hands off.
Analyzing heart
off.
rhythm.
I have to
Do
leave.
not touch the patient. No shock advised.
Okay, we're gonna roll him back again.
Okay, just to help drain water from the man's lungs, lifeguards place him in the recovery position.
Mate, if you can hear us, squeeze your right hand, buddy.
Can you hear us?
Buddy, squeeze that right hand.
For 1 minute 45 seconds.
Just keep draining that water out of him. Can you feel the pulse?
You keep going, I'm just concentrating.
Faintly.
Okay, he's got a pulse.
I want that on.
The man was found floating between the flags, the safest part of the beach.
Just try and get not far out. Yeah, just by himself though, yeah? Yeah.
Beardy notices a telling injury.
He was blood on his head. Guys, I'm a bit worried. I want to put this neck collar on him,
Yeah, definitely. Let's try and straighten up his spine.
Lifeguards suspect he's possibly suffered a spinal injury. New recruit Mario is sent to the tower to recover the spinal cord. It's the first resuscitation he's been involved in.
Adrenaline, I drive as fast as I could. I start moving people in front of me.
What do you need, brother?
Yeah, possible.
Does anyone over there know this gentleman?
Analyzing. No shock advised. It is safe.
Lifeguards must keep the man alive until paramedics take over.
Bondi Central to the boys. I just run back to the Ambo, but Ambo is still at Ramwick.
Okay, copy that. He's breathing, but he's unconscious at the moment. So, yeah, we keep you posted. Thank you.
Pulse 67, 71, 83, it's rising, which is good. Yeah.
Do you think maybe it's worth rolling him, put the neck collar on, coming back over?
On 3, Mouse, you can drop that for a second. 1, 2, 3, roll.
Good work, good work.
We took him out of the recovery position because there were signs of life. He was responsive to us. He was squeezing our hands, and we were happy with the clear airway that we had with the Goodell.
Mate, can you
open your eyes for us? You can open your eyes.
Stuff,
That's good. I know it's hard, mate. You need to try and just take a big, deep breath. Calm down for us.
If the man has a spinal injury, moving him is risky, but lifeguards must prioritise his airway.
You need to spit out,
Mate, you need to bomb it.
That's it. Spit it out, mate. Spit it out.
Analyzing.
Guys, can you move out of the way so the ambulance can get down here, please? Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Out of the way.
It was a big relief to have the paramedics turn up and take over.
All right, have we got any straps for this ball? Yep.
Yeah, they're on that.
We'll clip them in right now.
We can do that, that'll be great.
What happened to the man is a mystery. The first person to spot him in the water was a nearby swimmer.
We was playing with my son on the waves, and we saw him facing down, and we saw that he was holding the breath. And we looking for a little while, and he didn't move. And after that, making like convulsions, and I just touched him, and he didn't respond, and I just turned around. He tried to breathe, but I think he got a lot of water on the lungs, and that's why he couldn't breathe. And after we put him on the side, he started breathing, but with difficulty.
That guy's a real hero for noticing it, for one, and getting his head out of the water and getting help to get him back to shore, and he did a really good job. Okay, everybody on 3, 1, 2, 3, lift. Yep. So mate, you've got to really try and keep your head straight. Well, heaps of things can cause him to be unconscious in the water. It could be a medical illness, it could have been ran into someone, knocked unconscious. He left the beach alert, conscious, probably with a bit of water in him, but I think that he was a very lucky man that situation went the way it did.
From what we know, there was no friends or family around.
The fact that no one knows who he is, and up to this point we really don't know what happened, is it's a bit of a sad story. It just would be nice to you know, just work something out. Because at the moment I feel a bit like lost with it all, you know.
Get him in the car.
The guy seems to be moving around a lot better in the back of the ambo now, so potentially we could rule out spinal. I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens. I just hope he's all right.
After extensive medical treatment, the man's condition stabilised. The mystery surrounding his identity is also solved. And James was reunited with concerned relatives and loved ones.